Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Mr. Oh My Lewis back at you with another video. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be talking about toxic positivity and how positivity can sometimes be toxic. A little contradicting, right? Since most people think that positivity is something great, it's awesome, it's something that everyone should pursue, and it's like this magical thing that once you get it, you're going to feel so much better, right? Not exactly. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't, hit that like button, because you know my face and just looking at me and hearing the sound of my voice wasn't enough for you to like the video. Then wait until the end of the video and like the video, you know, if you learned something from this video, of course. And yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So toxic positivity. So let's talk about positivity for a second. So what is positivity? You know, positivity is pretty much you pursuing like the good side about everything, you know. So when you pursue positivity, you're pretty much looking at the bright side, you know, the positive side, the side that's more beneficial to you and to others, and you're always looking for that good side, you know. You know, positivity is usually about progression. It's usually about advancing, moving forward. That's usually what the whole positivity, you know, community is all about. You know, it's all about pursuing, you know, good things, success, growth, you know, all these great things, right? So when you think about positivity, you're like, damn, you know, like that's the life right there, right? You always want to be positive, because people who are positive, you know, they get all these amazing things, right? Well, not exactly. You know, like the one thing I really hate about positivity and the people who really teach positivity at the end of the day is that they don't completely cover the entire scope, you know, of positivity, because there's a lot of elements to positivity that, you know, if you don't actually take the time to really analyze them and look at them for what they are, you'll be a little bit confused as to what exactly is positivity. So you'll take positivity the wrong way. You'll expect results from positivity that are way too high. You're like, the standard of the positivity is just so huge that at the end of the day you might not get what you really want just by pursuing positivity. So and then when you do that, that's pretty much what we call toxic positivity. So how do you actually prevent toxic positivity? Because toxic positivity is something that you actually want to prevent. This isn't something that you want to, that you necessarily want to pursue. However, it's not like there's like a label. It's not like there's just something, you know, that you could just look at and be like, hey, this is toxic positivity. This is positivity that's good. So pretty much toxic positivity and positivity are pretty much the same thing. So, you know, it's pretty much the same thing, right? So positivity here, positivity there, it's the same thing. There isn't nothing like that's really telling you, because positivity is really a mindset. It's it's something that you think about. It's something it's a mindset, really. And so it's not something that's tangible. It's not like you can go and grab positivity from the store and just purchase it, right? So when you're pursuing positivity, the first thing you want to keep in mind is the reason why you're pursuing positivity in the first place. Because you see, a lot of people pursue positivity because they want a better life. They want to improve their life. So whatever current life they're currently living right now, you know, they're not completely satisfied with it. So they pursue positivity as sort of like a medicine, as sort of as a cure, you know, to the really nasty, bad life that they might be living right now. And guess what? Yes, positivity can actually do that. Positivity can actually, thinking positive can actually change the way you see life and the actions that you take, you know, towards life moving forward. And yes, you know, it could make it very progressive. It could make it very, you know, just better all around, right? But here's the thing. When it comes to toxic positivity, a lot of people like to pursue positivity because they want to suppress the negative emotions. They want to suppress all the bad stuff that they're currently feeling, and this is not a good place to pursue positivity from. Because here's the thing. The reason why you want to pursue positivity is for growth. Is for you to advance. Is for you to go have the necessary energy and the right mindset to go after the things that you really want out of life. It is not in any way a way for you to suppress your current negative emotions, or because negativity is pretty much the opposite of positivity. So This isn't to say that you want to suppress negativity, and that's where really toxic positivity comes in, because when you pursue that type of positivity, so what you tend to do is that you tend to always look at positivity and always ignore negativity. So, and the thing is that you really need negativity as well in your life, not just positivity, because when everything's positive, believe me, you will start to lose your sense of life, because what you are doing is that you're suppressing an emotion that's normal to human beings, which is negativity. You know, us human beings, we actually have the capacity to experience a wide range of emotions, and we should, for the most part, we should experience all that full range of emotions. When we don't actually experience those, that's really when we start to create unhappiness, when we start to refuse certain emotions, when we refuse to feel sad, you know, all like the negative emotions, you know. So when we refuse to feel sad, when we refuse to feel mad, when we refuse to feel agony, depression, stress, you know, these are all like negative emotions that, you know, for the most part we tend to want to suppress because they just don't feel good. You know, they make us feel like, you know, we're sort of like losing control of ourselves. Fear is another one as well, you know, like all these negative emotions, we try to suppress them. But the thing is that you need them. As a human being, you need to experience those things too, because part of those things are what are making you feel alive. They're making you feel like, you know, you're a human being, and it's part of human being. It's perfectly normal to feel all those negative emotions that you're currently feeling. You know, you shouldn't feel the need to have to suppress any of those, because why would you? Why would you? Yes, I know they don't feel great at times, and you wish that those emotions will go away. But the thing is that there is also growth in negativity. There's so much growth. There's so much potential for growth in negativity. But you see, most of you guys don't tap into that because you're always pursuing the positive emotions. You're always pursuing something that's, you know, like you want everything to be great and everything. So, toxic positivity. When you pursue toxic positivity, it's toxic. It's toxic because on the superficial level, it looks like it's something great, right? You're always going out there, and who knows, maybe people insult you, people step all over you, something goes wrong here and there, and everything you're capable of doing because you're pursuing this positivity, you're like, it's okay, no problem, you know, that person, you know, was maybe in the wrong headspace, you know, but they're a good person, you know, they're a good person, you know, I shouldn't tell them anything because, you know, I'm very positive, you know, I'm very well kept to myself, you know, I'm just very positive. I'll just be like, you know, have a great day, sir, you know, even though that guy, who knows, maybe he like straight up insulted me in some way, shape, or form, and instead of standing up for myself and, you know, saying something, instead I just sort of just let it slide, and I told that person, hey, it's okay, right? So in that case, you know, you're suppressing that negative emotion, because at that point, you know, you do realize that the first emotion that comes up is anger, because, you know, there's somebody there challenging you. There's somebody there who's challenging your sense of character. And the thing is that you have to, depending on what situation, of course, you know, you find yourself, sometimes you do have to suppress it, you know, in order to, if there's, of course, you know, there's an agenda being run, so you have to sort of like take the hit at the time, you know, just so that your end goal is accomplished and everything. You know, that's with all journeys, you know, sometimes you got to make sacrifices here and there. But given the fact that this isn't like a sacrifice, you know, this is something that just, you know, you're on your day to day, and, you know, somebody does something like this to you, you know, like, and you don't stand up for yourself, and all you really do is just look at positivity and look at the positive side of the situation, and you're constantly doing that with everything in your life. You're always looking at the positive side of things, right? The thing is that you never allow your negative emotions to really stand out, to pop, to really do their job, which is to, you know, make you aware of the fact that there's something there. There's something there that must be addressed, because that's really what negative emotions are actually far more stronger than the positive ones, because, you know, positive emotions tend to be, for the most part, more passive, less intense. You know, you feel excitement, you feel happiness, and yes, you know, for the most part, you know, those emotions they're great, they're awesome, but they're very like passive, you know. They're not like, they don't really pressure you, they don't really give you like you know, there's not that alertness, when you're in that positive headspace. But when it's a negative emotion, usually for the most part, you're very alert. You're very in the zone, very connected with that emotion because it's just so intense. Like when you feel angry, you feel depressed, you feel sad. These are the emotions that are like the strongest, and you'll remember these emotions far more than you'll remember like the happy ones. I can assure you right now that you could probably name more bad situations, bad experiences a lot faster than you can good experiences, because the bad ones usually are the ones that define you. They're the ones that really, they stick around with you for a very long time because the emotions are so intense. And at the same time, if you really think about it, most of these bad experiences have actually taught you some stuff. Whether that's for the that they can teach you many things, but depending on how you decide to interpret those emotions. And so, but yeah, so you have to understand that you can't be pursuing positivity just to suppress negativity. That's just not how it works. If you want to pursue positivity, is simply for the fact that there's some journeys, actually pretty much every journey, you will encounter failure. You will encounter failure in every journey. And the thing is that the reason why you want to know how to use positivity correctly is because you want to stay in the journey. You want to keep going. And for the most part, failure, like I said, is a very strong negative emotion. And yes, you do want to address it, obviously. I'm not saying to never address it or to never like bring it up or never, just neglect it. But you do have to acknowledge the failure, and at the same time, see the positive side of it. Acknowledge the failure, see where it went wrong, and then logically start to restructure, start to implement some sort of strategy, some sort of plan in order for you to not fail the next time. But at the same time, look at and that's you already, being positive right there, because you're, like I said, you're moving forward, you're trying to improve, you're trying to make something better, as opposed to just sticking around with the negative emotion where you're just like, it's just like, it's depressing, I failed, I don't want to do this again because this emotion sucks, I don't want to feel this ever again. And you know what? That's just something that's going to happen. It's just something that's going to happen. You're going to fail here and there. You have to accept it. You have to be willing to move forward despite your failures and stuff like that. So that's the reason why you want to pursue positivity, because positivity allows you to, like I said at the beginning of the video, it allows you to have that strength, that energy to still go after what you want. And that's really what positivity is all about, because negativity, for the most part, will try to stop you and prevent you from continuing, from moving forward. And so that's not what you want. Obviously, you want to keep moving forward until you actually do get what you want. So, yeah. So, pretty much, don't do toxic positivity. So, don't pursue positivity just to show off that you're positive and that you're capable of looking at everything from the positive side and all this stuff, because who cares? Bad stuff happens. This thing happens, that thing happens. Always embrace what's going on. Never feel like, oh my God, like I wish I wasn't feeling this way, or I wish I could feel more positive and everything, because there is really no true core reason why you would want to prefer to feel positive over feel negative, because I myself, I still experience the full range of emotions. And there are times where I do feel negative. I do feel like, damn, like, what am I doing? Should I continue doing this? Should I continue doing that? Maybe I should just stop. Maybe I shouldn't do it anymore. Who the hell am I? And you just go through all these negative emotions. And the thing is that, these are normal. These are normal emotions that you're gonna feel anyway. So you just gotta embrace it, accept it, and just continue to move forward, despite, how you're feeling. But that's really the reason why you want to be positive, just to keep moving forward. Never use positivity just to suppress, your negative emotions and how you're currently feeling right now. Because a lot of people do that. They try to pursue positivity and they think positivity is just all of a sudden just going to bring in positive emotions to their life, and they're just going to feel happy the whole time. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I don't know, man. I have a couple of friends around me who are like that. So I have one particular friend, who it's a woman, and she was planning on starting to do more positive work. She was going to be more positive, right? So then she came up to me not too long ago, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pursue the positive life. I'm gonna be more positive. I'm gonna pursue positivity and everything and all this stuff." And in the back of my head, I'm just like, man, I don't think she quite understands what this implies, because I can tell like she was doing it in a way where she was trying to, like, first of all, get validation, of course, get validation from me, and get validation from the people around her that, hey, I'm pursuing the positive life. I'm gonna go positive. I'm gonna go positive. Who gives a shit? If you want to pursue positivity, go and pursue positivity. Pursue it. But you don't have to go around and tell everybody I'm pursuing the positive life. I make a lot of positive videos. Believe me, I make a lot of positive videos about motivation, inspiration, but I don't go around saying like, hey, I got content that's super motivational, is going to help you out. Not exactly. I say that I have content that's going to help you change one particular part of your life, and that's really what it's all about. It's all about helping you grow, becoming the best version of yourself. It's not about becoming the most positive version of yourself, because positivity is just it's just like you being one-sided. Negative emotions, like I said, they're extremely helpful, they're extremely important, and I'll probably make a separate video. Maybe the next video I'll talk about negative emotions and how you can use negative emotions to really maximize your life. So definitely. So that's really it. That's what toxic positivity is. It's really you pursuing positivity for very toxic reasons. And in the end of the day, positivity itself and thinking positive is not going to change your life. It's not. At least not just thinking positive itself. You obviously got to go and take action. You got to be in some sort of journey for that to work. And so positivity is just simply one of the many tools that you can use in order to improve your life, because there's obviously a whole lot more. There's people who actually don't even study positivity, they don't even understand what positivity is, yet they have a lot of success. And that really comes down to those people really having a purpose, being very disciplined, and knowing exactly what they want out of life, and they're willing to take the hits. And they don't. They just consciously. They're very aware that taking those hits is actually necessary for them to grow and keep moving forward. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you hit the like button. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you're notified every single time upload a new video. We're actually gonna have to hit that notification icon. But yeah. Feels good to be back and making videos once again, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.